This is a huge one when it comes to marketing to people who may actually be ready or willing to purchase from you. They don't because you're not giving them a clear next step in the buyer's journey. This is different from not having a product or service available. Once you get a ton of attention on an ad or social media post or anything really that gives you a lot of attention, you're not necessarily prepared for that attention because you don't have anything that you're marketing to people. You kind of have to build a brand after the fact. This is actually for people that already do have a brand. What if I told you that you aren't giving your customers a clear next step? If you're selling a course, it's not just how do they sign up? How do they access it? How often are they supposed to log in? How often can they expect to receive support? All of these things kind of have to be thought out in a very, very clear and detailed way so that customers feel actually safe purchasing from you. The same thing goes for products. You might think for product it's a lot simpler because they're going to get a product and they're going to physically get that product. That's it. Do they actually know when they're going to receive that product? Do they have clear instructions on how to use that product on your website? Do they know how long they can expect to see results if they use the product as they're supposed to? All of these things are things that need to be either readily available before they make the purchase, or you need to be able to quickly give them this information if they were to ask for it. Additionally, as people who create products and services, it can be really tempting to just give your audience a bunch of information because we have all this information and we know how it's done and we know what the benefits are. It can be very tempting, especially when we don't feel like taking that next step of being vulnerable with our audience or just being honest and authentic about the reason why our product is important. We just kind of want to use a bunch of words and a bunch of statistics and facts about why people should use our product. Almost as like we're afraid to just be honest and say, I made this amazing thing and it's transformed people's lives. That is exactly what you need to be talking about, is how things are transformed as opposed to just talking about benefits. When I sold my first product with my sister that ended up making us over six-figure business owners for the first time in our lives, there were so many different benefits to the products. Literally, they were scientific. There were scientific benefits to these products. It was skincare. We knew all of these benefits. We formulated the products. We did all of the research and development. We were testing so many variations of these products. We did all of that. We needed to do that. I'm not saying that you don't need to do that, especially with something as sensitive and intimate as skincare. When we would read the comments and we would read how our product was helping people, it always had to do with how it made them feel. It's that our products made them feel more in control. It made them feel more in control of the process by which they would get prepared for their day because they felt like, oh, these ingredients are safe, they're effective, they're actually having positive benefits on my skin. They're helping me to basically feel safe, also feel like I'm getting a benefit out of what it is that I'm using on my most intimate areas. Every customer is going to, referencing my business, every customer would talk about their experience in a different way. The enthusiasm and the excitement wasn't coming from anything that we explained to them when it came to just clinical benefits. It was always with reference to how they felt after using the product, how they felt after getting a specific recurring benefit from using the product. You really want to use storytelling when it comes to the way in which you are marketing your product or service to people. They will purchase from you because people are buying stories, they're buying connection, they're buying results. Connection is the medium through which they're getting results. Additionally, you want to constantly be reminding your audience of their problem. You have to understand that when you are selling a product or a service, you are benefiting them just as much as they are benefiting you. Never feel like you're forcing something onto people because you are literally helping them alleviate a problem that they've been having and that they care about. They wouldn't be attracted to your content or your product or service otherwise. Always remember that. And it is okay to remind people you have this problem and I can help.